The most important thing that kids and people want from us is that we care about them as a person, and to teach them that you do not have your self-worth connected to your skill level in something. They're two separate issues. You're a beautiful human being, you're fantastic, and that's it. And that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you're ranked, number 250,000 in the world or number 1. That does not matter.
Yes, there are expectations. Yes, there are great demands. But yes, we realize you're a human being.
A lot of times what they need is love and just a positive reinforcement.
This is something we all are in together as a family.
If you can be positive about what they're doing out there, they will listen.
I can get far more out of my players if I'm doing it with a smile on my face, with energy in my voice. I'm being clear in what I want from them, and I'm letting them know that I believe in them.
Being positive on a daily basis, you have a choice. You make a choice of, the glass is half full or the glass is half empty. You make a choice of bringing negative or positive to a meeting, to a relationship, to a basketball court, or to you.
PCA is one of the greatest organizations that I've ever been affiliated with.
I think having fun creates good team chemistry.
I get a better response, better effort.
We're going to be in their corner. We're going to be supportive.
Because I am demonstrating through my positivity, my joy, my excitement, that I believe in them.
It is crucial for coaches to send that message.
Every moment is a teaching moment.
You can help a child or a person believe in themselves. It's everything.
Hello and welcome, everyone. That video gives me goosebumps every time I see it. My name is Kelly Kratz, and I am a lead trainer for Positive Coaching Alliance. I'm so excited to be here. This is my favorite event of the night. High schoolers are my favorite, and let me tell you, the fact that you guys are here, I'm sorry we have to do this on Zoom, but I'm so happy that we can get all of you in the same room together. Tonight, we have some really awesome surprises. In addition to hearing from many of you, we're going to get to hear from some very special people, which I cannot wait to hear from as well. I'm also excited to celebrate these 123 winners from across the country who truly embody what it means to be a triple impact competitor. This is not an easy feat. We have thousands of applications come in, and the fact that you were chosen to be here says a lot about you. We're really, really excited to meet you. We are excited to welcome our sponsors, our donors, our supporters, our staff. This is going to be a really fun night. So just to let you know, you're all probably extremely Zoom savvy at this point, but what we would love for you to do, if you haven't done it already, is to change your name on your name tag. All you have to do, if you're on a computer, is go up to the upper right-hand corner. You're going to see a blue box that has 3 dots, 3 ellipses in it. Click on those ellipses and scroll down to where it says rename. And we would love, especially our winners, to have their name, your sport, and what state you're from. It's great to see where people are from all over the country. If you are involved with Positive Coaching Alliance, you can always put a PCA next to your name tag. We're going to be using the chat at the bottom. I'm going to have most of you muted the whole time, but if you have something to say or you have a question, you can put it in the chat, and you can chat to Casey Miller. Our Vice President of External Relations is going to be monitoring the chat. You can also text to me if there's something in the chat if you have an issue or a question. But without further ado, what we're going to do is turn it over to our PCA CEO, Chris Moore.
All right, thank you so much, Kelly. And hello to all the families and board members and athletes who are tuning in tonight. As the CEO of Positive Coaching Alliance, I want to extend a big thank you to Sagicor Life Insurance, Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children, and all of our generous supporters for making this scholarship program possible. Through your generous support, PCA is able to award over $125,000 to high school athletes this year alone. And one of the reasons PCA created this scholarship program was to lift up athletes like each one of you, who in your own unique way is heralded as a role model, both in your school and in your community. Oftentimes, athletes on campuses, and I have 2 teenage boys myself, so I know how this goes, but on campuses, you hold a certain status or a cachet, but with that comes an enormous amount of responsibility. And each of you have successfully demonstrated that responsibility in your own right by striving to not only make yourself better, but your teammates better, and most importantly, the game better. And so for that, I want to say thank you, and a huge shout out to the wonderful parents and coaches for shaping these athletes into who they are today. Again, I want to welcome you all, and I want to thank you so much. And tonight's going to be fun. So Kelly, back over to you.
Thanks, Chris. Our first message is coming from someone, see if you can guess who it is. This person has won 5 Olympic gold medals in swimming and 15 world championship medals. She has the most in history for a female swimmer. She's the world record holder in the women's 400, 800, and 1500 meter freestyle. And while doing all of this, she's finishing her final quarter at Stanford. So she wanted to be the first one to greet all of our winners tonight. Anybody guess who it is? Yes, none other than Katie Ledecky. So we are really excited to have her here with us tonight. Let's hear from Katie.
Hi everyone, and congrats to all of the Triple Impact Competitor Scholarship winners, their parents, their coaches, and all of their guests. It's an honor to be here with you tonight. I'm sorry I can't be there live, but it is a privilege to be able to be included in this event. I hope all of you student athletes are continuing to work hard both in your studies and in your sports. I've been working hard over the past several months to complete my degree at Stanford University, and I've also been training really hard for the Tokyo Olympics, which are now scheduled for 2021. I'm sure many of you have had the similar challenges of having games or meets or other events postponed or canceled over the last couple months. But I hope you've also been able to set some goals for yourself, set some new goals, some new things that might excite you about your future. You have a really great future ahead of you, some really great opportunities, and I want to encourage you to use your support system. Continue to rely on your family, your friends, your teammates, your coaches as you move into this next phase of your academic and athletic journeys. Don't forget to thank them. I want to give a special shout out to Callie from Fairhope High School in Alabama, and to Shannon from Bradshaw Mountain High School in Arizona, and to all of the swimmers in this group. I am honored to be one of your favorite athletes. Again, congratulations to all of the winners, and I wish you all the best in the next phase of your journey beyond high school. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Katie. That's awesome. We're going to be hearing from lots of great athletes. Just to start off the night, we have another Stanford grad, an outstanding Stanford athlete, this time in volleyball. Catherine Plummer is a 3-time NCAA champion, 3-time Pac-12 champion, 2-time ESPN Women's National Player of the Year, and NCAA Final Four Most Outstanding Player. The list can go on and on and on. And you will be able to hear from her and probably guess where she's playing professionally right now. So I'm not going to give it away.
Konnichiwa. Hi guys, I'm Catherine Plummer. I'm a former Stanford student athlete on the women's volleyball team, and now I am playing professionally in Japan. I've been here for almost 2 months now, and I leave in the end of February. We've started our season and things are going really well, so that's exciting. But I'm thrilled to share in this exciting recognition event for Positive Coaching Alliance's Triple Impact competitor winners, along with their parents, coaches, and friends. I know it's over Zoom, and so it's different than it normally would have been probably, but I hope that you guys can really appreciate what you've done, and I'm just glad to be here. But a special shout out to Hemina from Sonoma Academy in California and Karen from Needman High School in Massachusetts for selecting me as their favorite athlete. That is very humbling, and I'm very honored for that. There's some incredible athletes in our country and around the world, and to have my name be in that, it's really, really cool. Some advice on how to be a better teammate. I think you just have to learn how all of your teammates respond in different moments in your game, different moments of criticism, different moments of hyping each other up. I think that's just important to understand, like, this girl or this guy, they need this in this moment. And just like being there when they ask for help, I think is really crucial. So during COVID, things have looked a little bit different than me. I was actually able to train a little bit, but in very different circumstances than what a normal summer would look like for me. But I eventually got over to Japan, and so now it's pretty much the same as any normal season would be. It's just there's limited fans and the country's a little bit dead. But I think my advice for still playing sports during COVID is just being committed to getting better. You're going to have time to work on things that you probably wouldn't have ever had time to work on before. And you're also going to be able to have some rest, which is also nice. But I think just prioritizing the things that you need to get better at and pushing through that. But I've spoken for too long. But just congrats to all of you winners. I wish you guys the very best in your next journey in the fall and beyond that. But thank you for having me. I hope you guys have a great celebration. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Catherine. Not too long. I could hear some of these all night long. I hope you guys are taking notes. These are fantastic. I love it. Thank you for shouting out to these athletes. We're going to hear from a lot more tonight. I would love to introduce someone that has made this night possible. Without the support of so many companies and people that we need them to take this awards program to the next level. And one of our biggest supporters is Sagicor Life Insurance. And Sagicor provides support in Tampa Bay and Arizona to make these scholarships possible for all 123 of these athletes. So I'd like to welcome Bart Catmull, president of Sagicor Life Insurance. Bart?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kelly. It's a pleasure to be with all of you tonight. I am always blown away and when I get an opportunity to meet with you. You are amazing youth. And at Sagicor, we really are dedicated to helping this world be a better place and to have our communities be better. And I know that we know that by assisting you in going to school, wherever you decide to do, that is indeed going to make this world a better place, because I have been so impressed as I have met those individuals that are on this call tonight from Arizona and from Florida that have won these awards. You blow me away, and I know that this world is going to be a great place because of you. So from all of us at Sagicor, we congratulate all of you winners. You are indeed amazing, and have a great start to your careers in college or wherever you may go. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate all that you do, Bart. Thank you so much. Next, before we hear from some of our scholarship winners, I do have someone that I would also like to introduce, and that is somebody that has also been a great sponsor of these Triple Impact Competitor Awards, and that is Dr. Brooke Pengel from Health One and Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children in Colorado. Dr. Pengel's a board-certified pediatric sports medicine specialist. Brooke, we'd love to hear from you.
Can you hear me okay, Kelly?
And I love the swag.
Okay. I know. Well, hello, PCA Nation. My name is Brooke Pengel, and I am a sports med doc at Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children in Denver, Colorado. And we are so pleased to support Positive Coaching Alliance. And we've had a thriving partnership for over the last 5 years. Our company's overreaching mission is, above all else, we are committed to the care and improvement of human life. And this mission statement just lines up so nicely with PCA's mission of better athletes, better people. We're really committed to community partnerships with like-minded organizations. At Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children, we're really proud to support the Triple Impact Athlete Scholarships here in Colorado. So really, on behalf of our organization, please accept just like our warm congratulations to all of the athletes. Really, just you continue to inspire us, and we just love watching you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brooke. We appreciate your support. Absolutely. All right. Well, again, we have an athlete that's very excited to share a positive message with you about the impact that sports can have on the rest of your life. We're going to hear from Amanda Sobey, who is a Harvard grad, and she is the highest ranking American ever in professional squash among the world rankings. She reached a career high world ranking of world number 6 in 2016 after reaching the semifinals of 2 World Series PSA tournaments, the Malaysian Open and the Hong Kong Open. So we're going to hear from Amanda.
Hi, my name is Amanda Sobey, and I am a professional squash player currently ranked number 1 in the US and number 7 in the world. I want to give a big congratulations to all the Positive Coaching Alliance scholarship winners on the call today, but I do have to give a shout out to squash player Crystal Dixon from Beacon Academy. I hear you're a fan, so thank you very much. Striving to be a triple impact competitor is something that you will carry on in life. Being a good teammate, honoring the game, and always striving to make yourself better is something that can not only be applied in sport, but also in life. Sport has taught me so much. It has taught me about resilience. It's taught me about hard work, dedication, commitment, overcoming adversity and failures. And these are not things that are only applicable in sport. It applies in life. When you're pushing yourself to limits, into the unknown, into discomfort, you learn a lot about yourself, about how strong you are as a person, how you can overcome failures and losses. When you get knocked down, you get back up every time and you get stronger from that. You learn from all your losses and you get stronger as a person, and I think that is such a huge value to learn, and sports can teach us so much. I encourage you all to thank your coaches. Coaches are mentors, they're inspirational, they're people with knowledge and experience, and that's something that should be valued. So always look up to them, ask questions. They have a lot of knowledge for you that they want to pass down. Learn from them. They've been in the game for a while, so they have a lot to offer. And finally, I want to give a big shout out to the program sponsors who make these scholarships possible across the U.S. Thank you, and hope you all have a great afternoon.
Thanks, Amanda. Fantastic. Man, just to hear these lessons over and over again, these are the things that we talk about when we're teaching kids. Right now, I feel like we're preaching to the choir, but it's great because the messages that we're hearing from these athletes are just coming so solid and so real to all of us. So thank you so much. Next, I'm going to turn it over to our Positive Coaching Alliance Vice President of the West Territory, Ben Dudley. Ben oversees all of the Northwest states, California, Arizona, and Hawaii. Ben, over to you.
Thanks, Kelly. And so honored to be here. I'm so proud of everyone, and congratulations to all our athletes and our scholars tonight. And I do want to thank our sponsors and our board members. We have such great support across the country, especially up and down the West Coast, all the way Seattle, Portland, Sacramento, Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Arizona, Hawaii. We have so many people who get involved and support us. It's my honor tonight to introduce to everyone. We're going to get to hear from one of our scholarship winners tonight on the West Coast. And so I'm going to introduce to you Justin Klausner. Justin, go ahead and take yourself off mute and then we can chat. Justin is a senior at Agora High School in Agora Hills, California. He's a two-sport athlete playing both baseball and soccer. Justin, in your application, you mentioned that you represented LA in the Maccabi Games and received the Club 72 award twice. So congratulations. Can you tell us about the Maccabi Games and that award and how the tenets of that award align with what it means to be a triple impact competitor, which is to make oneself better, one's teammates better, and the sport better?
Yeah, definitely. So the Maccabi Games themselves is an event held each year in a different US city that brings Jewish teenage athletes together to both compete and benefit the community. The Club 72 award, which I received twice, is given to select members of each delegation that display exemplary sportsmanship and teamwork. And when you look at the three aspects of a triple impact competitor, the Club 72 award represents the respect towards your team. It has nothing to do with who's the best player or who wins the most games, rather which player stands out with their exemplary effort to lead the team. Both instances of me receiving this award were because I put an extra effort to lead the team when we had our backs against the walls and when we were losing. And personally, I believe this mindset of never giving up is critical in both sports and life, as you will always have setbacks, but you will more likely overcome these if you are optimistic and have your team supporting you.
That's great, Justin. You know, in your application and even just now you're mentioning, you talk about even honoring the game some, and you are a youth director for Pony Baseball Championship Division, which is a league for kids with disabilities. Can you share why you got involved there in that league and how you've benefited from the experience. Maybe also share if any of your coaches impacted your decision to get involved as a coach in a youth league.
Yeah, so Agora Pony Baseball is one of the first leagues in our area to offer a champions division. This was my rec baseball league growing up. And with my dad being involved both on the board level and as a coach, I was always at the field. It was my dad's incredible coaching that focused on fundamentals that pushed me to both join champions and teach the same philosophy. I was actually mentored by my older brother before taking over as the youth director of champions, as there are many skills you need to learn quickly in order to keep these kids safe. The main reason I spend my Saturdays helping these athletes is because baseball has given me so much, and I just want to be able to help others create their own baseball experience. Personally, I believe the best way to honor the game is to teach the game itself, especially to kids that may not otherwise be able to play. Every one of my champions athletes consistently displays positive sportsmanship and teamwork and has learned to truly love the game for themselves, which makes me extremely happy as their coach.
Man, that's so great. Thanks for being you and doing what you do. That's so awesome. Can you just, as we close up here, can you just share if you figured out what your plans are after high school?
Yeah, so I definitely want to study political science in college, and I hope to attend Brown University in Rhode Island next fall. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, we wish you the best, and thanks again for being who you are, and keep being a leader. Back to you, Kelly.
Thanks, Ben, and thank you, Justin. Thanks for stepping up. We're going to get to hear from a few more of our award winners. Next, I'd like to introduce our Vice President of the Central Territory, Jeff Dale. Jeff oversees all the Midwest, Mountain States, Texas, and South Central states.
Thank you, Kelly. Congratulations to all the winners tonight. I hope you can see me all right. My internet's cut out, so I'm on my phone. But I'd like to say that we're very honored that our scholarship program in the Central Territory is supported by Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children, which is part of Health One. It's so cool that Health One is the #1 ranked health system in the country. And I looked that up and I learned that that was based on clinical outcomes and patient experience. And that seems to me two things you probably want in your sports medical care. So look up Health One in your part of the country. And thanks to Health One, I'd like to introduce you to our Central Region Scholarship winner who's going to share tonight. And her name is Shoshana Stukas. Shoshana, are you out there? Come off mute.
Yep. Yeah, hi.
Nice to see you. So Shoshana is a senior at Horizon High School in Thornton, Colorado, and she is a 3-sport athlete competing in cross country and soccer and track and field. Shoshana, what jumped out at us from your application was your drive and your determination, and really just pretty awesome work ethic that came through in your application. Can you just tell us a little bit more about yourself as an athlete?
Yeah. Personally, I believe that hard work is the most important key to success, and my goal is to maximize every opportunity in life. So I believe it comes down to a conscious daily choice to make the most of each day and work hard towards success steadily, regardless of the environment. I have a strong conviction to do my best to reach my full potential. So for example, at my last cross country meet, I was so motivated to leave nothing unfinished because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to run another meet ever, that I ran really hard and I finished 15 positions higher than I was seated. The complacent standards of society in general frustrate me, and I'm fueled to work hard by the thought of discovery and lasting change. And eventually I want to accomplish something that makes a memorable difference in the world that often goes through the motions.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Hey, Jeff, this is Jenny. I'm going to interrupt real quick just to tell Shoshana, it looks like her camera is turned sideways. So maybe if you don't flustered if you can't change it, but if you can, we're seeing you sideways.
Okay, is that better?
Yep.
Perfect.
Your energy, Shoshana, your energy and awesome answer came through regardless of what disposition that was. But also, yeah, next question is everyone's favorite topic today. We're going to ask you about to talk about COVID-19 a little bit. And all of you on the call, you'll be the only senior class that has to deal with this throughout your whole senior year. we've all needed to change our approach to work and to school and to sports. So Shoshana, can I ask you to tell us sort of what you're doing to handle these challenges and still kind of staying on track to be successful?
Yeah, I definitely agree with COVID. Everything's been flipped upside down, and it seems like things are changing constantly. And I think that mentally that can be a challenge. Personally, to stay mentally healthy, I try to remind myself every day of who I aspire to be and like the goals I've set that I need to make a way for. And during the beginning of the pandemic, when everything was completely shut down and my track season was canceled, I maintained a training schedule with the mindset that if track went back into season, that I would be ready to compete. And from that, I learned that not letting the condition of official practices determine your training can have many benefits that aren't only just physical, but also mental and emotional as well, because it provides a regimen and is a stress reducer, and it pays off when it's time to compete. And one of the quotes that I've really liked is Winston Churchill. He says that success is not final, failure is not fatal, and it's the courage to continue that counts. And so I think I've applied that during the virus, because it seems like it's like failure after failure when things are canceled. And so I think it's like the courage to persist through the storm that's going to bring true satisfaction and success, and is kind of what I've tried to pursue.
Wow, fantastic! Thank you so much. Yeah, and I think you and all of your peers on the phone that have won this scholarship, that you will be able to take this experience and kind of turn it into a positive for the rest of your life, in terms of telling a great story about how you handled this situation as a senior in high school. Just real quick, Shoshana, what are your plans for after high school? What comes next for you?
I definitely want to continue to play soccer and run in college. I'm interested in majoring in mechanical engineering and possibly pursuing aerospace engineering as a career.
Well, all right. That sounds wonderful. Thank you so much, Shoshana. You're great, and we appreciate you being a part of this tonight.
Thank you.
Back to you, Kelly.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Thanks, Shoshana. That's awesome. My daughter's a cross-country runner as well, so I really enjoyed listening to that. And that's incredible that you moved up that many spots. Congratulations. All right. Where are my lacrosse people out there? Reactions, thumbs up. Woo! All right. Sorry, I'm getting a little excited. Being a former lacrosse player myself and a lacrosse coach for the last 25 years, I'm really excited at our next guest who's going to be here. I think we have 8 of you that are lacrosse players out there that are our winners. Anthony in Virginia mentioned one of his favorite athletes, and one of mine, Paul Raybill. Paul's an American professional lacrosse player with Atlas Lacrosse Club of the Premier Lacrosse League, which he co-founded. He formerly played for the Boston Cannons and the New York Lizards of MLL Lacrosse, and he has a message for all of you. So let's hear from Paul. Ooh, let's hear from Paul again. Let's try this again.
The parents and high school student athletes.
I'm going to go back. There.
Hey everyone, this is Paul Raybill, co-founder of the Premier Lacrosse League. I wanted to say hello to all the parents and high school student athletes out there, part of the Positive Coaching Alliance. I know you're a part of this program tonight because you're recipients of the Triple Impact Scholarship Award. There's a lot of great work being done by the PCA, and each of you out there, I want to thank you for sharing the good word. I want to leave you with 2 thoughts here tonight. Number 1, I get asked by a lot of players out there, how do I deal with the lack or potentially complete elimination of the sport that I play due to COVID? And I say, remember that all players, mostly all players your age across the country, are dealing with the same thing. So it can actually be viewed as the ultimate neutralizer and an opportunity for you to improve at home versus the competition that may have different resources or access across the country that you don't have. So it could be a huge neutralizer. And then number 2 is goal setting shouldn't change. So while time passes, you can get down into your journal every day and write down goals that can help you get better each day, whether it's physical strength and conditioning improvement to working on the mind gym. So watching film of yourself, of other players in the respective sport. Quickly, shout out to all the lacrosse players out there. So remember that COVID is an actual neutralizer in competition across the fields that you play in. And number 2 is continue to set daily and long-term goals. All right, enjoy the evening.
I'm muted. All right. Thanks, Eric. Love the shout out. All right, now we are going to do a little switcheroo. I'm going to let you hear from another one of our phenomenal athletes. I love the amount of runners. Let's see who our runners are in the group. I know we've got a lot of track and field, cross country. Yes, well, we are going to hear from an amazing runner. I love to say who it is and then see if you can guess who it is. So this is a female runner. She is a middle distance runner from St. Louis, Missouri. She finished 12th in the 3,000 meter steeplechase event at the 2015 World Championships in Beijing, China, and 8th in the 3,000 meter steeplechase at the 2016 Olympics. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen steeplechase or tried it, but she's a beast. So let's hear from none other than Colleen Quigley.
Hi everyone, my name is Colleen Quigley and I'm an Olympic athlete in the sport of track and field. I want to come at you guys today with a big congratulations to all of the winners of the Triple Impact Competitor Scholarship, to all the winners as well as your family and your support system. I know that you guys have been working really hard on and off the field to do amazing things for yourself, for your teammates, and for your sport. And I'm a big proponent of that. I've always seen myself as more than just an athlete. And that's something that motivates me and inspires me to do the work outside of practice, to be my best self and to be a role model for other people who, especially young girls, but all people who are in sport and who may look up to me or follow along with my story. I think it's really important that we understand that what we do as athletes really reflects who we are. And so I try and really be my best self on and off the track. So I just want to commend you guys for all of the work that you've been doing on yourself and being good team leaders and doing work in the community as well. Because at the end of the day, we are not able to be athletes and do our sport for the rest of our lives. And so we need to make sure that, you know, we practice being well-rounded people. I always talk about being more than an athlete. I am also a creative person. I enjoy doing things creatively. I like writing and reading and studying and learning. I like cooking. So there's so much to do and so many ways for me to express myself and be myself, and that only makes me a better athlete on the field. So just want to commend you guys for all the work that you're doing and encourage you to keep it up and keep working hard on yourself, on your teammates as a good team leader, and to help better your sport and whatever sport that you are in. So congratulations and keep up the good work.
All right, thanks, Colleen. Nice little lead in. We're going to take a little break right now and do something a little bit fun. One of the things that we've had to do very quickly because of this pandemic is we've had to shift over to Zoom. And all of you guys are in high school. I'm sure I can get a heads up that Zoom can be really boring, especially at the end of the day. So we have these fantastic PCA workshops, but we need to get people up and out of their seats and moving. So one of the things we've tried to add into our Zoom workshops is a little bit of fun. So what I'm going to ask is all of the athletes on the call right now, you're going to get up when I tell you to. You are going to have 30 seconds to run around your house. And I want you to find something that brings you joy and bring it back and show it to the camera. On your mark, get set, go. We're going to hear from Megan in a second. Not yet. All right. I would love to see some of the things that were brought to the room now. I know we can't get all of you to share, so hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. All right. And I am going to ask, who could I ask? Let's see. I'm going to ask Jake Wald, who's smiling at me right now. You're going to get to meet him in a little bit. I'm going to ask Jake to call on someone to share what they brought. Now, I would love all of you guys to put in the chat. Make sure you put in the chat to everyone what you brought so that we can see what brings you joy. And Jake's going to call on 3 different people to share what they brought and why, real quick.
All right. I see Ryan Anderson. Can you come off mute and share what you got there?
I brought my old indoor basketball because I couldn't find my new indoor basketball.
And why does that bring you joy?
Because I love playing game and shooting hoops.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's see. Who am I picking? Kelsey. Kelsey, who do you have there with you?
This is my dog, Mags. She's my ultimate joy all the time. Never always brings a smile to your face.
Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. Who's coming around? How about Andrew? Andrew, you're playing an instrument. What do you got there for us?
This is my guitar. Yeah. I like playing it because it just like gives me a chance to get away from all my stress. Yeah. Just have fun.
I got you. All right. Thank you, guys. Kelly.
Wait, are we having a concert? I didn't know that was part of the agenda. That would be awesome. Thanks, guys. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, now I'm going to let you hear from none other than Megan Duggan. You got to see a little quick preview. But anyway, if you don't know who Megan is, she's now retired ice hockey forward. She played for the United States at the 2010 and 2014 Winter Olympics. She won 2 silver medals and was the captain of the U.S. team at the 2018. That's so hard to say. Why am I having trouble? 2018 Winter Olympics, where she won gold. I know we have several winners who play ice hockey. Let's hear it for ice hockey. Put it up. Reactions. All right. Let's hear from Megan Duggan.
Hey, I'm Megan Duggan, and I am thrilled to help recognize your many, many accomplishments in and out of sports today. First, I want to congratulate each and every one of you on winning the Positive Coaching Alliance Triple Impact Competitor Scholarship. Out of 1,500 scholarship applications, you all rose to the top. As a 3-time Olympian and captain of the 2018 Winter Olympic women's hockey team that won gold, I can tell you that working to make your teammates better, yourself better, and the game better is one of the best things that you can do. Not just in high school sports, but in life. I also want to congratulate all of the parents on this call today for raising such wonderful student athletes who will soon venture out into the world on their own with all of the skills and character traits that they gained through playing sports. Thank you so much for allowing them to play. Congratulations again, and a special shout out to the hockey players, Kellen from Arizona and Tegan from Illinois. Congrats, everybody.
I love that. Had to get that bite in the middle in there. That's awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Megan. I'm going to turn it back over to Jake. Maybe we won't get a guitar solo, but at least we can have Jake introduce himself. Jake is the Vice President of the East Territory. Jake oversees all the Mid-Atlantic states, New York, New Jersey, New England area, as well as the Southeast states and the Ohio Valley. So Jake, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Kelly. And before I move on here, I just want to take a second to thank you, Kelly. You are a dynamo as you turn your camera off. Zoom trainer extraordinaire. She's bringing the energy, and she's also doing all these videos all at once. Let's all give her a nice golf clap, fill her emotional tank. Thank you, Kelly. Fantastic job this evening. So it's so great to be able to honor all 123 of our winners tonight. And I just want to take a very quick moment to thank some of the folks that made it possible for our East Territory to provide scholarships for so many deserving student athletes. Thanks to Brian Hogan and the PCA New England board in New York City. Thank you to our scholarship review committee there of board members David Ferris, Jennifer Sklakos, Mike Paveda, and Andrew Zelter. Thanks to our Mid-Atlantic Scholarship Review Committee, board members Polly Middleton, John Nolan, Ken Spain, Livingston Chang, and Rebecca Valentino. And I also saw our board chair, Nigel Adams, somewhere in one of these tiny little squares. Hi, Nigel. Thank you to our Ohio Scholarship Committee of Bob Dean, Ryan Bliss, Sarah Orlandi, and Scott Slaby. Thank you all for making the Triple Impact Competitor Scholarship Program possible. We really appreciate it. I would now like to hand things over to our PCA New England Regional Director, Beth O'Neill Maloney, who will introduce us to another scholarship recipient. Beth, over to you.
Great, thank you, Jake. I am really honored to be a part of Team PCA and to introduce to you one of our 5 New England winners. His name is Gay So. And Gay, you're not showing up on my screen here somewhere, so please take yourself off mute. There you are with the Golden Gate Bridge in the background, even though we're very far from our coast here. But Gay has had an extraordinary story, and he's offered to share a little bit of that about his life and the impact that sports has made on his life since he's lived here in the United States. So Gay is a cross-country and track and field athlete at Lynn English High School in Lynn, Massachusetts. So Gay, you shared with us that you were not born in the United States. Can you tell us a little bit about how and when you came to the United States?
Yes. So I was born in a refugee camp in Thailand, and I lived there for 10 years. And then when I was 10, my parents immigrated to the United States. And we moved to Lynn, Massachusetts. And I started at 4th grade. It was a hard transition for me since no one in my school speak my language. The language that I speak is Korean. And so it was hard for me to communicate with other students because they don't speak my language and I haven't learned English yet. So it was a hard transition for me.
So what impact did running have on your transition to life in the United States?
So doing sport, I started when I was in 6th grade. It helped me build that self-confidence that I don't have, the confidence that helped me keep me motivated, and to have that mindset of whatever I set my mind to, I am capable of doing it.
Yeah, running, I think we've heard that from somebody earlier tonight, that sports really do help you realize what you can accomplish. And I think that's amazing, what you've accomplished to come as far as you have, having arrived here at age 10 and you're 17 now, is that right?
Yes.
Yes. So where you live in Massachusetts is a hotspot for COVID, correct? So how have you and your teammates handled all of the challenges presented by the pandemic? And were you able to compete? And how's that going?
So the city in Lynn where I live has been the hotspot in Massachusetts since day 1. So everything had to close down right away, and all the sport and activity has been shut down. And now we're doing school online, and the sport and the cross country has been canceled also and have been moved to spring. So we have not been able to do any of the school activity running. And so I'm a captain in my cross country team now, and also track. So I try to stay positive for my teammate, because since there's new incoming freshmen that they want to be part of the team, but they can't really do much. So I try to run practice once a week to kind of get the feeling and keep the spirit alive for sport.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And can you tell us, Gay, what your plans are for after you finish high school?
Right now, I'm in the process of applying to college in the New England area, and I'll be the first person in my family to go to college. And I'm planning on studying in one of the STEM field, which is engineering.
Well, congratulations on so many things that you've accomplished, and for making sport a part of your life and really having it help you move forward. And I think it's incredible. I really want to thank you, Gay, and I want to shout out to all of our New England winners that are on tonight. I saw a quick peek of Meg, Brianna, Maddie, Karen, and thank you for joining us too, Coach Courtney, as a as one of our Double Gold Coach Award winners from 2019, 2020. So thank you all very, very much. And back to you, Kelly.
Thank you very much. Kay, thank you for sharing that. Just a reminder of how much sports just can help you to just establish that resilience and strength. And we really just appreciate you sharing your story. So believe it or not, we have another incredible sports icon that wants to send a special message to all of you. Eric Shoji is a member of the U.S. men's national volleyball team, originally from Hawaii, who currently plays professional volleyball in Russia. On this call tonight, we have 25 students that are award winners coming from the sport of volleyball. So many of you will probably know Eric. If not, you're going to want to know him after you hear what he has to say.
Hey everyone, Eric Shoji here, Team USA Olympic volleyball player, coming to you from Russia, where I'm currently playing my professional volleyball season. I just wanted to send a quick message to all the student athletes and their families saying congratulations for winning the PCA Triple Impact Competitor Scholarship. That is so awesome, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Striving to be this sort of competitor will not only help you in sports, but it'll help you in life moving forward. And I know that each and every one of you are going to make a huge impact on so many lives in the future. So huge congratulations for that. I know that my favorite teammates are the ones that have a great balance between pushing me and also being there in times when I really, really need it. So I know that you guys are this sort of teammate, and I'm so happy and proud of you guys. I just want to send a quick shout out to all the volleyball players out there, but especially Royce, who comes from Waipahu High School from the state of Hawaii, where I am from. So Royce, congratulations. I'm so proud. Way to represent the 808 Hawaii, our state. So awesome. Again, huge congratulations to all the scholarship winners. And I just want to say thank you to all of those who have donated to this program to help make these scholarships possible. Thank you. Have a good night.
Mahalo, Eric. Thank you very much. All right. Someplace I would love to be right now is in Hawaii. I don't know about Russia, but I would love to be in Hawaii right now. So thank you, Eric. Right now, I'd love to introduce our executive director from PCA Tampa Bay. Mason Cathy has another outstanding TIC winner to introduce us to. Mason.
Thank you very much, Kelly. So happy to be here. Thank you, everybody from Positive Coaching Alliance, Bart, Katie from Sagicor as well, and all of those that are help sponsoring the program. And thank you, as was mentioned before, to all of the fantastic student athletes and their support systems and their families. We thank you for your commitment to hard work and for just continuing to master what it is that you do and for your leadership. Tonight, I am honored to introduce to you Jasmine Jackson. I think she is actually out on the soccer field right now. So I want to see if we can pull up Jasmine. Are you there, Jasmine?
Hi.
Hi, Jasmine. So good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Too. Yes, I'm happy to be here.
How you doing?
Hi there, Mr. Jackson. Good to see you as well. Jasmine,
yes, ma'am.
We're happy to have you here. We know that you're a volleyball, soccer, and track and field athlete at Brooks DeBartolo High School in Tampa Bay.
Yes, ma'am.
One story that stood out from your application talked about honoring the game. In PCA, we talk about honoring the game and respecting the rules, the opponents, your officials, teammates, and yourself. Can you share one story about honoring the game for us tonight, please? Oh, you're on mute. Jasmine, you're on mute.
Sorry. A story that I have for honoring the game was a championship soccer game last year. The game, we were going against a competitive team, and before every game I started praying before every game. I'm not religious or anything like that, but it really soothed me just to pray for everyone and for myself on the team. During that time, me and an opposing player were not paying attention to our placement and our positions. We were watching the ball instead and collided hard. Both of us were in tears, and I was crying due to the shock and the wind just being knocked out of me. She was crying due to pain. You could clearly see it on her face, the way she was holding her leg. Fortunately, I was able to play. However, she was not. People do describe me as a little sensitive when it comes to sports, but it's a good sensitive because I actually do care about the well-being of players. badly. She was out the whole season, and it really hurt me that I put a player in a position where she couldn't play anymore. I was so hurt that she was out for the rest of the season, or that when I found out she was out for the season, and on that time during this field, I knew it was just the way her face looked. I just knew it was bad. I felt so bad that I got hugs on the field from her opposing teammates, and the ref, he even gave me a hug, and we finished that game. We won, and I won MVP.
Awesome. Great story. That certainly does, hit directly on, what Positive Coaching Alliance is all about. And, it's fun to see you there out on the soccer field tonight. And we wish you the best, in the track and field season as you finish out your senior year of high school as well. Will you share for us, please, what you are planning to do when you finish high school?
Yes. So I guess as like my hobby or another passion of mine is acting. I've actually been thankful to play in roles, to do short films, to be on commercials. Maybe you have or haven't seen me on commercials. I've been on Disney, Publix, Secret Deodorant, and many others. I plan to go out to LA and hopefully get into a production agency. And if that doesn't work, I want to go to college 100% and pursue the med field. I would love to become a physical therapist or anything that has to do with sports. Even a dietitianist or a nutritionist. And, on the more biology side, I wouldn't mind a dermatology.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like you've got a great future ahead of you. And it sounds like, what you're learning, in volleyball, soccer, track and field is going to, prove to help you be successful in whatever it is that you do as you set goals and you're a leader. But thanks so much, Jasmine, for joining us, and best wishes in the rest of your game tonight. And Kelly, back to you.
Thanks, Mason. Wow, man, that's awesome. Jasmine, you just have a lot of ambitions, and that's really exciting. I hope you can achieve them all, which I'm sure you can. I would like to thank all of you for joining us tonight and helping us celebrate these 123 scholarship winners from across the U.S. Before I pass it over to my last teammate, I would love it if we could just take 30 seconds, just everybody unmute your microphones, and let's just give them a huge round of applause, because this is just exciting to have them all in one place. So everybody unmute. We're going to do 10 seconds, claps and cheers.
Good job, Steph.
Man, go Jazzy. Jazzy, Brooks DeBarnett. So proud of you.
Great work.
All right. Now I get to use the power of Zoom and mute you all. Thanks, guys. That was awesome. All right. So I'm going to turn it over for one last teammate. Jason Sachs, our Executive Vice President of Business Development and Philanthropy, is going to close us out tonight. Jason?
Kelly, thank you so much. And what an evening this has been. It's been great to see so many smiling faces from our student athletes and from their parents. Thank you to the parents for all your support. I know how important my parents were in my sports career. So thank you for the time that you put in driving to practices, games, being that support system for the kids. I also want to thank, my PCA staff members. I definitely want to call out one individual, Jenny Brunn, who oversees this entire program. So all the different emails that you get about this event and your application and making sure that we have everything on time. There's Jenny on the big screen there. If we could all give a round of applause to Jenny, because she is just a really great teammate and makes sure that this program goes off without a hitch. So thank you very much, Jenny.
Thanks, Jason.
I also want to thank all of our important sponsors and board members that are on this call and that have supported this program for many years. The fact that we're giving out $125,000 worth of scholarships is pretty special and impressive. And PCA is a nonprofit organization, and we depend on the support of corporations, foundations, individuals, so that we can not only run programs like this for student athletes, but also so that we can do our day-to-day work of impacting coaches, student athletes, parents, and organizational leaders in schools and youth sports organizations. So we're going to put a link in the chat box there. If you are so moved to make a donation to PCA, you can donate at donate.positivecoach.org. And I want to just close with one story. I've been fortunate enough to be with Positive Coaching Alliance for the last 14 and a half years. And so getting to see this program grow over that time has really been amazing. I've also been a high school basketball coach, so shout out to all the basketball players out there. And so this really, combines two things of my love of high school sports and getting to work with student athletes, as well as the impact that PCA is having. And I remember when this program first started, and we would give out maybe, 15 scholarships to people across the country. And the fact that right now we have, we had over 200 people on this Zoom call. So in the midst of a pandemic, we were able to come together. We were able to celebrate the amazing work that these student athletes are doing. So we're excited that all of you are now part of the PCA family. We hope that you will continue to stay engaged with PCA, spread the word, take advantage of our content and our resources. And we are a staff full of former athletes, student athletes. So if we can be of any help to all of you as you move forward, please do stay in touch and let us know how we can help. So thank you all for joining us tonight, and we hope to see you all again soon. Thanks a lot.
Have a good evening, everyone. I was going to say drive safely. That's usually what we say, but I think you're all pretty good.